Going on, y'all? Welcome to another edition of the Pick and Pop Podcast. My name is Bryan. I'm alongside,
Aldrin,
and today's episode is called All Star Weekend. How was your week?
pretty good, man. It went by too quick, but they all do. How about you?
It's pretty good. Can't complain. It's been busy, like my regular day-to-day job, but it's nice experiencing this long weekend.
Yeah,
Got tomorrow off, so get to kick back and relax. So I can't complain. It's going
you're
well.
lucky. I got a bunch of trainings tomorrow at work.
Oh man, that's brutal. But
Yeah, they want
hopefully,
me to come in.
yeah, hopefully. It's not too crazy for you. Hopefully, you enjoyed your weekend. But
Yeah,
yeah, at least you get to watch the All-Star game tonight. It's All-Star weekend. So we're recording before the All-Star game. So, we won't know who's going to win, but we'll make our prediction towards the end. But
yeah.
All-Star Saturday it was fun. I mean, we had the skills challenge with Team Rook, the team Antetokounmpo, and then you had Team Jazz. So what did you think of that contest?
I'm not surprised Utah won. I mean, they're given where the All-Star game is, and I just felt like everything was just going in their favor. Not to say that it was rigged or anything. It's just
Yeah.
and Utah, but to keep it 100, they're very very skilled over. They got a lot of great players, and they're not missing Gobert. They're probably just missing Donovan, to be honest with you.
Yeah, pretty much. I like the skills contest too. They changed it up a bit this year. I noticed like the whole like bounce pass machines and all those different things. They switched it up. But I was kind of rooting for Team Rooks because I like this year's rookie class. They got a lot of flack coming in saying like this was a weak draft, but like Ivy, Bonchero and Jabari Smith, they look good, especially in the first round. I thought they might win it all, but Team Jazz pulled it out. Um, but yeah, I like these the change that they made this year. It kind of made it seem fresh, just
Yeah,
with what they did. So I like that for sure. Yeah, but Team Jazz, it was good for them to get the win, being in front of their home crowd. So that was nice for them, and then they got their own All Star and Laurie Markkinen, so that's perfect.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So that was nice. And then you also had the 3-point contest. It was Reggie Miller was giving Julius Randle some slack. Like he was saying like he doesn't belong in the contest. I remember that.
yeah.
He only had
You
like
saw the
30.
meme of his son?
Yeah, his son crying like he only had like 13. I mean, Julius is not a 3-point shooter. Like, I mean, he can make them, but like, he's not a sniper like Curry or Clay or those type of guys. So I was surprised to see him in there too. But yeah, obviously Damian Lillard won that. Yeah, I feel like is it me or is the 3-point contest kind of took over like what the dunk contest was? Because if you look at it now back in the days, the stars like the Jordans, the Vince Carters, Dr. J's, Dominique's, they would be in the dunk contest. But now it's like this generation's biggest stars, they're all in the 3-point contest.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. The All-Star game is not what it used to be. They even lost a lot of viewing.
Yeah, the All Star Weekend used to be like an event, and now it's just like whatever.
We used to
And
get together and watch that thing.
yeah, now it's just like it's not really that big of a deal no. It's just like whatever. It's
Yeah.
funny because in football they got rid of the Pro Bowl. I wonder if like one day the NBA would just get rid of All Star Weekend altogether and just give the guys a week off or something like that in the middle of the season.
I think when it starts, so if it starts getting like worse viewing, I think they'll do it.
Yeah, it's kind of sad because like yeah, like I said, it used to be such a big deal, and the All Star, it's just a lot of issues with it. Like All Star game, like no one really plays defense until like the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Um, the dunk contest is not, we'll talk about that in a little bit, but it's just not what it was, like how it was back in the days.
Yeah.
3-point competition, I've never been like a huge fan of it. It's just guys shooting threes, like you know, it's not really like exciting for me personally. I've never thought like I don't know, like what's your thoughts on the 3-point contest?
I never cared for it. It's just because I always think there's more to basketball than shooting threes.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
if I was a coach, I'd be one of those coaches to be like, "Hey, stop! If I see somebody just chucking them, I'd be like, stop doing that, or I'm going to bench you." I'll be that type of coach. Like,
Yeah.
cut it out. I'll bench you right now.
Yeah, the NBA has changed. The 3-point shot it's huge, obviously. Teams are taking on average like over 32 threes a game. So, I think it's safe to say it's pretty much it's here to stay, that 3-point shot. But the contest in general is just not really exciting for me. It's just watching guys shoot threes. It's like, all right, cool. Like as a kid, I've always loved the dunk contest. It was nice to see Dame because Dame's an underrated shooter also. Like, we know Curry and like KD can pull up from half court, but Dame can too. He's got that range. He's got that long
Yeah,
range. And it was nice for Dame just because I feel like overall he's just an underrated star in the NBA. Also, like him playing in Portland, he doesn't really get the recognition he deserves. But he's a loyal guy. He's gonna stay in Portland, I guess, till his career ends,
yeah.
which is kind of a shame because a guy like that, he's too good to go without winning a championship. But it's looking like it's gonna end up that way. Him, Bradley Beal, I don't think them dudes ever gonna leave. So that's a shame. But it was nice for him to get that recognition and do his thing on the 3-point contest. We'll need Curry back in it one of these years, like him and Curry going at it.
I think that's when it's always good when you have guys like Curry, the Ray Allens of the world, um,
I love to see
Pierce, even
KD.
Paul Pierce.
Yeah, I love to see KD in there too. Like 'cause he's a shooter too.
Yeah,
I mean,
but he's so weird, so you never know.
yeah, I mean, I guess in non-all-star topics, he had his press conference earlier this week, and he kind of got emotional talking about his time in Brooklyn. You can kind of tell he was disappointed that he went there to accomplish something, win a championship, and he wasn't able to do that. And
Yeah.
his time out there with Kyrie's every year it's always been something, and this was the year that they finally kind of was in a good sync, and the team was playing really well, and then all of a sudden Kyrie's just like, yeah, I want to be out, and kind of just halted everything. Like, that's kind of
Another
sad.
thing too, now we have to stop speculating that him and Kyrie are friends.
Yeah, who knows where their relationship is now? I mean, because
From before,
KD also,
as good as everybody thought it was.
yeah, because KD also was co-signing um when the Nets decided not let Kyrie play the home games because he could have also just played at the beginning of the season because he could have just played the home games and he just missed the road games. I mean, no, he could have played the road games and just missed the home games, but they were like, nah, and KD co-signed that, so that kind of just lets you know like they weren't really as close, or at least they could have been really close at one point, but it obviously isn't the same. It's kind of rumors that the Suns were looking to get both of them, like Kyrie and KD, on the Suns. Do you think that would have been a good idea?
What? Kyrie and
This,
who?
the Suns were actually trying to get Kyrie and KD on the
Oh,
Suns.
that would have been a bad idea.
That definitely
Um,
would have been a bad idea.
it's one of those things they would have to win like if they didn't win this year, it's a failure right then and there.
Yeah, because KD's on a win now timeline. So is Chris Paul.
Mm.
So obviously Booker and Ayton are a little younger, so they're not like necessarily win now yet, but definitely KD and Chris Paul are. So they need to win like this year or next year. That's their window, like we said last time.
Kyrie's never been the same since the LeBron him leaving LeBron, and there was rumors he did want to go to the Lakers.
Yeah, he definitely. I mean, it's still an option because he might be a rental for Dallas, to be honest with you.
Oh, I'd feel bad for Luca if that happens. They're
Yeah,
not gonna. I don't even see them passing the first round to. and I'm trying to be as nice as I can be, but I still think the Dallas Mavericks should lose the first round.
That would be bad for them because I could definitely see Luca being out if they keep struggling to put pieces around him. Because you got like a generational talent. You got to do everything you can to get him another star.
I don't
Get
know
him
why
some
they didn't go after
like like another. I don't know. I don't really know who else they could have went after during uh the deadline because there wasn't any really superstar available at that time.
would have loved to see Carl Towns over there.
Carl Towns for sure.
Yeah, because
Towns
he's not going to
and
give you trouble, and I I think Luca will make him better. This dude, they'll be one of the best duos in the West.
yeah, I think Towns might be like a Damon Beal where like I don't see him necessarily leaving the Wolves.
Yeah,
I think he likes being over there. Personally, I think he likes being over there.
that's
Um, but yeah, the Mavs are like they're like 0-2 with Kyrie and Luca playing together. So I mean, you got to give them some time to gel and kind of play with each other. So we'll see if they get better.
yeah,
But for right now, it's not really looking too good.
yeah.
For sure. But also got to talk about the dunk contest last night. You had that kid McClung. I it's funny because like before last night, I did not know who Mac McClung was. Like to be honest with you, I had no idea.
Matt McClung.
I just saw him in that dunk contest, like as one of the participants, and I'm like, yo, who is this kid? But he got hops. I'll say that dude's
He
nice.
does. He does. Like we got to give him his props. I
Yeah,
give him
he
his
can
props
dunk.
on that. He does have hops.
Yeah, he's a G leaguer too.
Yeah.
But that kid can. He did a
What's he
720
on a
last night.
10-day for the Sixers?
I believe he's on a two-way contract with the Sixers. Yeah, G League
I
and
feel like he'll get some burn now.
yeah. I mean, like I said, I really don't know much about him. I know he can dunk. That's for sure. I
Yeah, I
want to
don't know
see
his
what.
game or anything.
Yeah, so I'd like to see like his all-around game, see what it's about. Maybe he has an all-around game, maybe he doesn't. But that kid got hops. He did a 720 last night. That dunk where like he jumped over two people and like grabbed it, tapped the backboard, and then like dunked it like that. That was nasty.
Yeah, that was great.
The other participants, I mean, Trey Murphy was pretty good. He had some nice dunks. Jericho Sims was trash. Like those dunks he did was trash. Like the one where he put his arm through the hoop and like got the envelope, like that was trash. And putting both arms in the rim, like like we were saying, the dunk contest ain't the same. Like you remember back in the days when Vince Carter was on there, like with the between the legs.
Yeah, guys like
Um,
that.
I mean, my favorite all time dunk contest was the Zach LaVine versus Aaron Gordon. Like that shit was
That's my
crazy.
second.
I know a lot of people like the Vince one.
Yeah,
Um,
that's the one I like.
yeah, I liked it too, but I think Aaron and Zach took it to another level. Like the dunk that, like Aaron Gordon especially, like he basically sat in the air when he like jumped over the mascot.
And still lost.
Yeah, that was crazy. And then the
I was
hoverboard
so
dunk.
mad when he lost.
Yeah, I wanted him to win that one, but Zach LaVine too was doing some shit too because he put it between the legs from the free throw line. He did the windmill dunk from the free throw line. Like he had some jams too.
Mm.
So that's what I like to see, like those legendary like battles and dunks. So obviously, of course, you had Jordan versus Dominique, Spud Webb versus Dominique, even like the Nate Robinsons, the Dwight Howards. It's just a shame that like stars don't do the dunk contest anymore. Like Zion says he wants to do it next year. Josh said he's not doing it. I don't believe Zion because I remember LeBron said he was going to do it one year and he didn't do it. Like,
I feel like Zion could do it just to be different.
I
Because
hope so.
Zion's always surprising us. Because remember the rumors about him leaving New Orleans,
Yeah, and then he
and
ended
then
up
he
signing.
just all of a sudden he signed with them. But that's also could be a financial decision. It
Yeah,
wasn't.
definitely financials. But I
It
mean,
wasn't
like,
like, oh, I want to be in New Orleans.
yeah, no, I mean, I think if Zion does it, it'll be great because, like, we need stars in that dunk contest. LeBron was the one that kind of made it, one of the ones that made it uncool because he didn't want to do it for his branding and all that.
He should have did it
And
because he would have won. I think he would have won at least 2 or 3.
he probably could have won one just being LeBron. I feel like judges probably would have gave it to him. He should have did it at least because I feel like Jordan did it and the Kobe did it. And Dominique and all the stars before him did it, and when he didn't do it, kind of made it like less appealing to stars. So we need like a superstar to really like get it back up to where like, all right, stars are doing it because like we were saying, stars are in the 3-point contest, so
Mhm.
we need them in the dunk contest too. But I think it's the overall direction of the game today. Also, like the 3-point shooting, is taking over. Like you remember, like when a big dunk would happen in a game that could really swing the momentum, but now it's like threes really is what does that now. So it's different.
I know when a 3 gets hit, the commentators go crazy.
Yeah, like
They're like,
especially
bang!
yeah, it's different. But like you
It's
remember once
different.
back in the day when someone got dunked on, like that was the shit.
Yeah,
Like
the league's changed completely now.
yeah, because I remember when I mean I hated the moment for Patrick Ewing, but obviously, like when Scottie Pippen dunked on him in the game, like that was big. Like
Yeah, that was.
Starks dunking on Pippen and Jordan, Vince jumping over that guy in the Olympic game, that 7-footer. Like,
Oh,
know,
Bradley.
no, it was when remember in the Olympics game when literally Vince Carter jumped over a dude and dunked it like during a game, like not even a contest, like during the game.
Yeah, I remember
And
that.
yeah, I remember T Mac dunking on Sean Bradley. Like he used to get dunked on by everybody. I think even Derek Fisher dunked on Sean Bradley. Like, but like, yeah, those were like real momentum swings and like, but yeah, it's just different now. It's completely different,
Yeah.
But we'll definitely have the All Star game coming up tonight as well. There's also some great All Star moments back in the days from like that T Mac off the glass dunk. Um, I remember that game when the Eastern Conference won against the West where like AI and Stephon Marbury went off. Like, what are some of your favorite like All-Star weekend memories?
I one where guys wore their own jerseys for their
I
team.
remember that. Yeah, I remember that back in the days. Yeah,
That's
like
the
yeah.
vintage jersey that AI wore at the All Star game. Um, I did like the All Star game when it was it oh, I like LeBron's first All Star game. I thought that was very iconic. That was like his second year in the league. I
Yeah,
thought that was big time.
the Kobe and like the Braun photo that Drake ruined. Remember that?
Yeah, that yeah, Drake really ruined that.
Yeah, it's like get the fuck out of the way. No one wants to see you.
Yeah, it's like nobody wants to see you, bro.
Right, yeah.
He's just like all up in the sauce, man.
Right.
All
Yeah, I
up in the
remember when
sauce.
Shaq had that shoe phone. Remember
Yeah.
that?
That big ass phone.
Yeah, he wears like size 22 shoes too. So
Yeah.
like, it's crazy. And they're kind of doing something different this year with the All-Star game. I guess to not hurt anyone's feelings. Because you know how like I guess there was a lot of talk with so whoever gets picked last for the All-Star team, so they're gonna be picking their reserves first. And then the starters will be picked after, which is like, man, we live in a really soft world. Like
If you get picked
KD,
last, you get picked last.
right? KD was saying that's like who cares if you pick last? It's like being the brokest millionaire. Like who gives a shit? Like who cares? Like this world's too soft. So now they gotta pick the reserves first, so that way like no one feels bad about being picked last. Like you could still be the last of the reserves pick. So like someone has to be picked last. Who cares? That's
Mm.
what gonna happen. But so who do you have for it? Well, we don't really technically know who's gonna be um picked yet, just because they haven't really done the picks yet. But who do you have winning tonight? Team Giannis or Team LeBron?
I'm gonna go Braun again this year.
Yeah, I just don't. Who knows who Giannis is gonna be picking?
Yeah, I don't trust picks.
Yeah, I don't trust Giannis picks, but yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Team LeBron because I don't really know who's Giannis is gonna pick, and I don't trust. Yeah, I don't trust who he's gonna pick.
Yeah.
But I do. I wish they would just go back to the regular East versus West. Like, I don't really like the whole picking your teams and your teammates and all that stuff. Like, just let it be East versus West and have it go back to, by position. Like, because Joel Embiid shouldn't be coming off the bench. He should be starting.
Joel Embiid shouldn't be coming off the bench for any team.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not even top big man. He's top big man, but he's top player in the league. Like he can be an MVP easily.
Yeah, he's a top 5 player in the league right now. So I don't
Top
see.
5. Like there's
Yeah,
no doubt.
yeah. So I don't see why he's not, not a starter. So they need to go back to position and, get that rectified. Show the big men some love.
Yeah, because they're coming back.
Yeah,
I think they're back. I think for the most part they've been kind of coming back slowly, and I think they're gonna get better because there's gonna be a lot of tall kids.
right. Who do you think would better between him and Jokic?
I think Embiid's better.
Yeah, I do too. I think I
Not
love
by
Jokic.
much.
Yeah, no, I love Jokic. He's very skilled. Like he's averaging a triple double right now. He could
Yeah,
possibly be the first player since Larry Bird to win 3 straight MVPs.
yeah.
But I just
Wouldn't
think,
be shocked if he won the MVP this year because just what he's doing, and if he left that team would not exist anymore.
yeah, that team's trash if he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Best passing big man of all time.
Yeah.
Really skilled big man. I like Joel. I mean, I like Jokic, but Joel for me, I think is the best. Like, um, great, good. He's a better defender. I think better offensive player. I think Jokic is the better passer, but like when it comes to offense and defense, I got Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
For sure.
Shit.
Yeah, Joel for me is like I said, I feel like top 5. Well, you can make the argument Jokic is top 5 also. Um, but I just got Joel Embiid over him. I take Joel Embiid over Jokic any day.
I think Morant went down a little bit.
Morant, yeah. I mean, I like Morant. He's one of my favorite players in the league. Freakishly athletic. I don't know what's going on with them, like, because they were on a roll earlier in the season, and they just, ever since that Shannon Sharp incident, they haven't been the same.
Everybody's gonna blame it on Shannon.
Right? I don't know what happened with them, but like they need to get their shit together. The All-Star break, was needed for them. I mean, they're still second place in the West, but they were better. You know, the Kings, I'm shocked are third place right now. Like that, I did not see that coming into the year. The West is super weak this year, like super weak.
Yeah, it is. It's not the same.
Yeah, the West hasn't been weak like this in like I don't even think my entire life. Because like the West has always just been the better conference every year. So like I'm just kind of shocked to see like the East is
The East was always like Braun, Paul Pierce. I'm probably gonna miss maybe like T Mac when he was in Orlando.
the East used to be the weaker conference. Like
It was always the weaker conference.
Yeah, now it's gotten much better. All the stacked teams are like out east because you look at the top six, like the Mavericks are only 2 games over 500 and they're 6th seed out west. Like the Knicks are 6 games over 500 and they're 6th seed out east. So like you just see the difference.
Yeah.
You see the difference. But I think with the Suns, with the Suns getting KD, assuming he can stay healthy, like you said last time, like they're gonna run through the West. I could definitely see them going to the finals. The Nuggets, even though they're first place, I just never trusted them to go to the finals just because they're good every year. They're like a
Yeah.
top 6 seed every year, but they never can get over the hump. So I need to see them do it before I can like believe in them. And then I don't know. I think it's probably gonna be Celtics and Suns in the finals.
Yeah.
Assuming the
Celtics,
Suns.
Suns, and then it's kind of like I don't know who's gonna win that. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah, I gotta see how the Suns look with KD back, and I mean, I think Chris Paul will make life easier for him as far as scoring. KD,
Yeah.
all those guys really, but then that's another thing. You know, Chris Paul got to stay healthy too, and that's a big if.
That's a big if, man. Um, that's the only thing I'm worried about for the Suns. I think Aiton's gonna play better because we're gonna not focus on him as much to kind of
Yeah,
be that second guy. He could just fall into his role, which is the third guy.
yeah, he's
Um,
definitely a third guy.
he'll definitely have big games too because when the double coverage is on KD and D Book, I think a CP3 is going to find him for buckets, and we can't forget he's a skilled big too. He could shoot threes. He can compete with those bigs that we have now. He's not better than them by any stretch of the imagination, but he's top big too.
Yeah, he's definitely not bad in those guys, but he's a top big in the league right now, top 10 for sure.
Yeah,
Um, and like I said, third option, he can defend, nice rim protection. Like the fact that they were able to keep all their big, all their great players and still get KD was huge. So they're going to be a force to be reckoned with out west. But they need to be healthy. That's the key thing. If they don't have the health, then I don't know. It might be the Nuggets that go to the finals.
yeah.
Time will tell. But yeah, thanks for checking out another episode of the Pick and Pop podcast. As always, check us out on social media at Pick and Pop Show on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. If you want to donate to the show, $ Pick and Pop Show on Cash App. And until next time, guys, peace.
Peace.